Happy Monday. Happy Monday. It's Olivia V. Shepherd, your life empowerment mentor and transformation coach. And you know, on Mondays, I like to give you a quick motivational little talk, little pep talk, so that it will help you get your day started, your week started, so that we can be all on one accord to getting your day started, with the right mindset, a positive mindset, so that you will be able to get this weekend. Today I want to just talk quickly about how to handle pain. And the topic of this video is how you handle pain is an indication of how you will handle power. Now, I'm not talking about power like, the power over the kingdom or the power over somebody or anything like that. I'm talking about power like, say for instance, financially. If you are praying for a financial blessing, or if you're looking for a financial blessing and God decides to give you just a little bit, and then you go crazy with the little bit that he gave you, not thinking about saving or spending it wisely, then how is he going to trust you with lots? Okay, with more, because with more money comes the power. Okay, so how is he going to trust you with those things? The more power he's going to trust you with if you're not handling the little things. And so when I say something about power, that's what I'm talking about. And I'm talking about like pain, which we all go through. Because as you all know, if you all have subscribed to my channel, or if you are in my Facebook group, or if you're some of the women that I mentor, I suffer from mental illnesses, which have caused lots of pain. And there were constantly days where I would wake up in the morning and there was nothing but pain in my life. Okay? And I needed to learn how to handle that pain, because I was wishing that pain would go away eventually, and one day that I would be healing and thriving again. But I had to learn how to get through that pain, which meant I had to change my mindset. And I just want to give you a quick story about what led me to how I feel about this particular topic. And I'm going to give you 4 points to take away from this topic so that you can manage to your pain, so that you will be able to manage all the power that comes along with healing. So I have been experiencing, some of you all know that I also own a housekeeping service, which I've had for about 20 years. And at this point in this time, I have been experiencing asthma attacks. And the asthma attacks have gotten so bad to the point where I cannot breathe. So I have had to literally take some time, like to lay down, to, go to the doctors, hospitals, get breathing treatments, be on steroids, all those things. Okay. So long story short, the old brain in me went to the first thing that I went to, and it was, oh, why is this happening to me? I can't win for losing. That's the first thing that I went to. I went to my negative mind. Okay, this is only the devil that's just bothering me, and I'm never going to be able to get myself together, and God knows what I'm trying to do, blah, 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 blah. You know how we do when we going through some pain. Okay, we constantly go into negative mode. And so I thought about it, and I said, okay, and these are some of the steps I'm going to give you to follow right quick. But I had to think about why I was going through what I was going through. Now, those of you all who know me, I pray a lot, and I have been learning how to pray and how to listen and hear from God. And so I had been asking God for all of this power. I've asked God for me to be able to, because I want to retire in December. So I've been getting all this business. Things have been looking up for me. I have been getting contracts and, new customers and things like that. And so I'm like, okay, I got it. I'm ready. I'm right here. I got all this power. But the one time that I get the asthma attack and I shut down and I can't do it anymore, I blame God, and I said to myself, okay, what's going on? What's going on? But then I thought about it. I literally had to do a reality check. And I had been so scared to literally let go of this business, the cleaning business. And because I've just been stuck with it. I'm nervous. I'm scared. I don't want to pass it off. And I'm not going to actually pass it off to people, but I'm going to actually have people working for me so that I can work from home, so I can talk to you all day. But I needed to get out of that comfort zone. I needed to let other people be able to handle what they were trying to do for me. Okay, I have been praying that I will be able to give women jobs and help women be able to get cars and embrace their new life, from transitioning from either homelessness or, being poor to having a job and some stability. But in the meantime, I was holding on to, well, I got to do everything. I got to do everything. So instead of letting, like the example, so I'm taking the girl to train. So instead of letting her do the work, while I kind of like do some work that wouldn't have me around chemicals as much. So a little bit of dusting or, doing something else. I'm literally trying to do everything and taking away from her. So I think God was trying to tell me, hey, you asked me to bless you with these people so that they could help you with the business so that you could actually be the CEO who stands behind the desk all day. But then I'm intervening and I'm just doing everything, and then my asthma acts up. Okay, so I think God was kind of like knocking me off my feet, like, hey, you asked me to help you get these people, but then you're gonna do everything. So now you're sick. So that's what I mean about, and at that time, instead of saying, oh, I got this poor life and all those things, I'm like, you know what? This is not happening to me. This is happening for me. So how I handle my pain is going to how I'm going to be able to handle all of the power, all the glory, all those blessings that I've asked for. I'm going to be able to handle those things, and you're going to be able to handle those things, but we got to first learn how to handle our pain. Okay? And so I want to give you 4 tips to take away from this video so that you can learn how to manage your pain, because you know that there's a blessing on the other side. There's a rainbow on the other side. But if you can't manage your pain, how will you be able to manage, the power of a new relationship? There are times when you ask to be out of that bad relationship. Now you out of the relationship, but instead of finding yourself, instead of doing what you need to do for yourself, learning your worth, learning your value, learning who you are, you jump back into another relationship because you can't handle the power. And it's not the power of you giving you a brand new man or a brand new woman. It's the power of learning how to be alone. The power of learning how to be by yourself to the point where you can learn yourself. So that's the power that you had. Well, what you did with that is decided that I'm not going to take this time to do anything. And then you repeat the cycle, and now you're messing with somebody else who was just as close to who was just like the other person you was messing with that was bad too. So you didn't use the power he gave you to recreate yourself, to learn yourself, to step out and say, you know what? I don't need a man. I don't need a spouse. I don't need anybody to make me happy. I can make myself happy. And when he gave you the power to do that, you took it, you ran with it, and you did something else. Same thing with money. Okay? We all want money. We all want extra money. And I've done this myself. We get to that little bit, we get that little bit of money, and we think it's going to last forever. So we go do reckless things. Now I have decided that when I get money, I tithe my money. And that's what I do. But instead of taking the money, you get that one little lump sum, that little miracle. I don't care if it's like $500 or if it's $300. You take 10% of it. If you're a tither, take 10% of that, give it to the Lord. Or take 10% of it and just put it in the bank. Don't go out there with the new power you have, because once he gives you this much, he's going to see what you're going to be able to work with that little much. And if you can work with something with that, then you'll be able to see all the power and the glory. And you'll be able to handle your power a lot better. So take these 4 tips away. This week, when you're you're thinking about your pain and you think the pain is here just to ruin your life, remember the pain is only there for the one day. We're so dramatic. We think that we experience pain and the pain is there for the rest of our lives. And it doesn't work like that. Okay? So number 1, do a reality check. You know, when we experience pain, I don't care what it is, a loss of a, boyfriend, loss of a girlfriend, loss of a job, depression, anger, child acting out, we all experience pain. But do a reality check. Say to yourself, what is this trying to teach me? I gave the story in my group about the fact that my son went to prison, and it wasn't because, and I had to do a reality check too, because I didn't think it was happening to him, it was happening for him. And reality was he was doing something he had no business. And the only way that God had needed to intervene to stop him was to send him to jail. Because what if he didn't intervene? He probably would have been dead by now. And so you have to stop and do a reality check. I did a reality check about my business. That the asthma wasn't happening to me, it was happening for me, because it's time for me to let go. So do a reality check about your pain. Look and see if this is just a pain for this day. And I can give you 2 days with the pain. After 2 days, you need to decide, I'm not going to wallow in this. Which brings me to my second point. Don't wallow in your negativity. Because what happens is, when we start to feel pain or something happens to us, we start to say, oh, woe is me, and I can't do this life, and life is so hard, and I don't know why God put me through this, blah, 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 blah. Get up out of that. Get up out of it. Again, do a reality check. Is this happening to you or for you? Okay? Stop waddling in your negativity. Let it go. Because that only makes you depressed. It makes you angry. It takes you out of your element. And all of a sudden you're back in the beginning of that circle and that cycle of, I just give up. I'm throwing in the towel. Which is what we don't want. 3, develop positive thinking habits. Again, realize that the problem is not there. And then realize that it's not there for you to break you. Sometimes pain is there to make you. Sometimes we have to go through things in order to get where we need to be. And I had to find that out the hard way. Sometimes pain kicks us in the butt so that we can go get up and do what we have to do. Because sometimes if we don't experience pain, how are we going to get to the other side of strength and confidence? How are we going to get to the other side? Last, limit who you vent to about your problems. This is my pet peeve. And I did it today. I did it earlier this week. Sometimes I have to catch myself. But when you're in your pain at that moment, if you're home alone, I am big on journaling. Write it down. Write down what's going on with you. And if you're gonna and you need to talk to somebody, let it be a pastor, spiritual leader, somebody, therapist, a great girlfriend that is so uplifting. But if you are going to go talk to people who are in the same boat you're in, you're going to get the same exact response. Because they're going to be in the woe is me as well. And then what happens? All of y'all are wallowing in self-pity. And then nothing changes. So watch who you vent to. And if you don't need to vent, write it down. I'm a big fan of journaling. Write it down. Write everything that's going on. Cuss, fuss, do whatever you need to do on that piece of paper. And it doesn't have to be like a journal. It could just be a regular old piece of paper. Look at the back of this paper. You can just take the back of this paper and write down everything, all your pain, your hurt, whatever. Just write it down. And then once you finish writing it down, breathe. And just say, and let that out. Okay? So again, take these four points so that you can learn how to handle your pain, so you can get ready for that power that God is going to be blessing you with. Okay? Because you can't be ready for that if you cannot handle everything in the midst of your circumstances. Okay? So number 1, do a reality check. Check to see if this pain is happening to you or for you. 2, don't waddle in your negativity. Let it go, girl. 3, use positive thinking. And number 4, watch who you vent to. Watch who you vent to. Everybody's not your friend. Everybody doesn't want to see you prosper, and everybody doesn't want to be burdened by your problems. Just saying, being real. Everybody doesn't want to be burdened with that. Okay? So have a great rest of the week. I will be back on Wednesday, so don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Please leave me a review. I love to hear positive feedback, or if it's negative, I'm okay with that too. That's what makes me stronger. Have a great rest of the week, and I will be back. Bye.